This is Top Accurate Global News Update. I am Abiodun Mohammed. North Korean leader Kim Jong Un has called for an increase in missile production to help secure overwhelming military power and be ready for war. State media KCNA said on Monday as South Korea and the United States gear up for annual military drills. Kim gave the order as he visited key munitions factories that produce tactical missiles, missile launch platforms, armored vehicles, and artillery shells on Friday and Saturday. His field inspection was the latest in a string of visits to arms factories where he ordered mass production of weapons and came days before South Korea and the United States are to begin annual military drills, which Pyongyang sees as a rehearsal for war. Kim noted an important goal to dramatically increase missile production capacity to meet the needs of the expanded and strengthened frontline military unit, KCNA said. At other plants, Kim inspected and drove a new utility combat armored vehicle and praised recent progress in modernizing production lines for large-caliber multiple rocket launcher rounds. KCNA said there was a very urgent need to exponentially increase the production of such rockets to strengthen frontline artillery units, he said. The military junta that seized power in Niger in a coup last month has said it will prosecute ousted President Mohamed Bazoum for high treason over his exchanges with foreign heads of state and international organizations. The coup leaders have imprisoned Bazoum and dissolved the elected government, drawing condemnation from global powers and neighboring West African countries, which have activated a standby military force that could intervene to reinstate Bazoum. At stake is not just the fate of Niger, a major uranium producer and Western ally in the fight against an Islamist insurgency, but also the influence of rival global powers with strategic interest in the region. Junta spokesperson Colonel Amadou Abderrahmane said in a statement read out on state TV late on Sunday that the military authorities had gathered the necessary evidence to prosecute the ousted president for high treason and undermining the internal and external security of Niger. Abderrahmane also said there was a misinformation campaign against the junta to try to derail any negotiated solution to the crisis in order to justify military intervention in the name of ECOWAS. The African Union, the European Union, the United States, and the United Nations have all said they are worried about the conditions in which Bazoum is being kept. A drone carrying crystal meth has been downed by Jordan's military as it flew into Jordanian territory from neighboring Syria. State news agency Petra reported. Petra on Sunday quoted a source within the Jordanian armed forces as saying that the drone was in quote taken control of and downed, and the crystal meth was handed over to the competent authorities. The Jordanian military has previously downed drones from Syria carrying narcotics or weapons, but has rarely identified seized drugs as crystal meth. War-torn Syria has become a hub for a multi-billion-dollar drugs trade, with Jordan a main transit route to the oil-rich Gulf state for a Syrian-made amphetamine known as Captagon. Western anti-narcotics officials say military and security officials from Jordan and Syria have met to discuss ways to curb the growing smuggling problem. Despite pledges by Damascus, Jordan says it has not seen any real attempt to clamp down on the illicit trade. There was no immediate comment from Syrian authorities. In an interview last week, Syrian President Bashar al-Assad denied Syria's role in the drug trade, saying that ending narcotic smuggling was a common interest that Syria shares with Arab countries. A holy shrine in Iran's southern city of Shiraz has come under a second deadly attack in less than a year, with another gunman breaking into its grounds and opening fire. Yadollah Buhali, the provincial commander of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps (IRGC), told state media that one shooter entered the Shah Cheragh shrine through its southern gate on Sunday at 7 p.m. to carry out a terrorist operation, revising earlier reports indicating two shooters. The assailant, who was arrested at the scene, shot 4 people, killing one, he said, adding the shooter carried an assault rifle and 8 magazines with 240 bullets, 11 of which he managed to get off before being subdued. Videos online showed people running in panic outside the shrine and shutting down their shops. Images showed bullet holes in walls and windows and blood on the ground. The shrine, located in the province of Fars and one of the most important in Shia Islam, was hit by a smaller attack on October 26, 2022. At the time, a lone gunman entered the shrine with an automatic rifle, shooting a group of pilgrims and staff. Authorities said the gunman killed 13 people and injured 40 others before being killed by security forces. The ISIL armed group released the video through its Amaq website and took responsibility for the attack. Argentine voters punished the country's two main political forces in a primary election on Sunday, pushing a rock-singing libertarian outsider candidate into first place in a huge shake-up in the race towards presidential elections in October. With some 90% of ballots counted, far-right libertarian economist Javier Milei had 30.5% of the vote, far higher than predicted, with the main conservative opposition bloc behind on 28% and the ruling Peronist coalition in third place on 27%. The result is a stinging rebuke to the center-left Peronist coalition and the main Together for Change conservative opposition bloc, with inflation at 116% and a cost of living crisis, leaving 4 in 10 people in poverty. Voting in the primaries is obligatory for most adults and each person gets one vote, making it in effect a dress rehearsal for the October 22nd general election and giving a clear indication of who is the favorite to win the presidency. That is the size of top accolade global news updates. You can follow us on our social media platforms as displayed on your screen. Happy New Week!